Welcome back, trainers, and we have quite a surprise. So they did release this amazing PvP trailer. Well, I personally thought it was pretty cool. Maybe you should go check it out. Really neat there. Now, we have the announcement. Heatran, check it out, guys. So we're not going to get the Lake Trio quite yet. Looks like we're going to get the Steel and Fire Beast, which we're going to go over counters here in just a moment. This is going to be replacing Cresselia later today, so be on the lookout. So let's go ahead and go over the counters because this is quite exciting. This thing is going to be very weak to ground, and that's going to be key. So let's go over counters. And before we go over counters, I just want to show you this. I was finally able to get my shiny Mawile this morning. Quite amazing. Weather boosted and everything. So I'm pretty happy about that. So whenever they release Megas, I'll have my nice shiny Mega Mawile. Righty, so we are here over on the Go Hub, and yes, Heatran is coming in hot. Fire and Steel type. So it is going to be very, very weak to those ground type Pokemon. It's going to have a max CP of 3,754, attack 251, defense 213, and stamina 209. It's going to be weak to fighting, 4 times weak to ground, and then water. Resisting bug, fairy, grass, ice, poison, steel, dragon, flying, normal, and psychic types. Right, so as you can see, ground types are going to be number 1. Its moveset. It's going to have Bug Bite, very odd, right? And then Fire Spin. For its charge moves, it's going to have Stone Edge, Fire Blast, and Iron Head. Alright, so nothing that ground types have to worry about, literally. So you'll be set if you're using your Groudons, Rhyperiors, Swamperts, stuff like that, even your Golems. So there you have the movesets. And now let's go ahead and check out the actual counters that you want to use going up against this in the raids. Alrighty, so we have water, ground, and fighting types pulled up here. Your number 1 option, period, going up against a Heatran at all times is going to be Groudon. Straight up, Mudshot and Earthquake. It's going to be doing massive damage, basically resisting every move that it has too, so that's going to be very nice. I don't know how many of these are going to have maxed out or anything, but you should still be fine going in there with like level 20, level 25 if you had weather boosted ones, and still be doing a lot of damage. Now, you can also use your Rhyperiors with Mud Slap and Earthquake, alright? Surf is cool too. I mean, you're going to be doing super effective with that, but remember that the ground types are going to be doing massive damage, seeing Fire and Steel type, right? So there is another option there if you have one of these. And don't worry, if you don't have a Sinnoh Stone, you're sitting there like, okay, I don't have a Rhyperior or anything, or a Groudon. Well, Rhydons work as well. That's right. Mud Slap and Earthquake, and it's going to be one of the best counters to go up against it still. So you're going to be looking okay there. Now, if it does have Iron Head, I mean, it's going to probably hurt your Rhydon a little bit, but you should still be doing okay. Alrighty, next up is going to be Swampert with Mudshot and Earthquake. Surf works as well. If you have that secondary move unlocked, you'll be able to do Earthquake, and if, say, you're about to faint and can't get that charge bar up on Earthquake fast enough, well, Surf is going to be doing nice as well. Man, he's really going to town with his little movement. So yeah, Swampert is going to be amazing, okay? And then, let's go ahead and see here. You're going to probably want to go with Golem. Yeah, but not this moveset. Okay, you're going to want Mudshot and Earthquake yet again for one of these, alright? So keep that in mind. We should have plenty of these powered up from back in the day if you were doing those legendary birds, because I know I do. As a matter of fact, I even transferred one just to get out of there. But anyways, then you have Kyogre. That's going to be Waterfall and, let's see if we can find it. Waterfall and Hydro Pump there. It's going to be a great option as well. But you're going to want to stick to those ground type Pokemon. Okay, Donphin could have been and can be good. I mean, you have Counter, which is fighting type, super effective, right? And then you have Earthquake, super effective. So if you have a Donphin, I mean, yeah, go ahead and throw it in there. Although the Pokemon that I mentioned before that are going to still be your number 1 option. All right. So going down the list here, let's go ahead and talk about fighting because it is Steel. We went over the ground types because those are going to be 4 times effective. Now, just the regular 2 times here, we have fighting for Dynamic Punch and Counter on Machamp. So that should do great. I know a lot of people have Machamps powered up, so consider that there. Went over the Kyogre, and then after that, basically anything with ground and water moves, and you should be good, right? So let's see. I don't know too much about Empoleon, but if you had one of these powered up with Waterfall and Hydro Pump, sure. But then again, you could say that about any Pokemon that has water moves. I would say Gyarados, but Heatran did have Stone Edge, so if it did have that flying type super effective, say goodnight to your Gyarados, right? So after that, basically, you could just use your fighting types if you have any of those powered up. But remember, And the Champ's probably going to just be your best bet because it does have Stone Edge. If you did go in there with like something like an Infernape or Blaziken, you're going to get hit pretty hard with that Stone Edge. And not to mention they're kind of glass cannons. The Champ is more of a tank, can take those hits, and Stone Edge is not super effective. As a matter of fact, it's resisted damage there. So there you go, trainers. Best counters for Heatran. So this is going to be great. Remember, you have Groudon here, number 1, and then Rhyperior, number 2, all ground moves. And if you don't have a Sinnoh Stone, of course, you have Rhydon here, and that is going to be actually your 3rd or 4th best option, I'm pretty sure. So consider that as well. And like we said, counter on Donphin with Earthquake is also a good option, but not the top. So there you go, trainers. This is going to be great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a team here so we can just have an idea. I'll use 6 unique Pokemon. That's what I usually do, so you have an understanding on the different Pokemon you can put on that team. So I'm going to go from best to worst here. I think we got Rhydon coming up. Yeah. Also, if you have Flygons work as well. I just didn't get that far down into the list. All ground moves, and you should be looking great, okay? Then we would put the Swampert here with ground moves, of course. That's going to be your best bet. Water works, but, you know, the ground is going to be doing a lot more damage. And then we'll just add Kyogre here. And then personally for me, we'll put... I don't have golems with ground moves, right? Just rock. So what should I do? Use TMs? I don't think so. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with Donphin because it has counter and Earthquake. It's not going to be one of my best options, but it's still going to be something I have already without using TM, so I'll be good to go. So there you go. Groudon, Rhyperior, Rhydon, Swampert, Kyogre, and Donphin. That's my unique team. If anything, I'm just going to put in my 2 Groudons here and just go best. Then Rhyperior, then Rhydon, and Donphin will just get pushed off the list, and Kyogre would be my last option. As a matter of fact, I'm probably not even going to use Swampert because it has water moves, so I'm just going to kind of look through my other Pokemon to see if I have any offensive ground Pokemon and throw them in the team there. So there you have it, trainers, for the counters on Heatran. This is quite exciting. Can't wait to get out there and see what we have, and I'm super happy that I was able to find my shiny Mawile. That is amazing, and weather boosted at that. So with that said, trainers, this is going to be amazing, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.